Who would have thought that Saturn, one of the five elders, could be defeated? The Egghead War in One Piece is currently heating up, and we are witnessing one of the greatest battles in the entire story. The Marines have launched a relentless attack on the Straw Hat Pirates and Vegapunk, making the fight even more intense. Recently, Luffy fought against Admiral 𝐋𝐤𝐜𝐞 and managed to bring him down. However, the biggest threat on the island is not 𝐋𝐤𝐜𝐞 himself. It is Saint Saturn's, one of the five elders, and no one on the island is currently strong enough to face him. Of course, the only one with a chance against Saturnus is Luffy. In this video, we will discuss how the world government would react upon learning that Luffy has finally succeeded in defeating Saturn. Saturn is one of the strongest characters in the world of One Piece. Just by looking at his devil fruit, it's clear he's no ordinary fighter. Saturn is very old, and likely lived from the Void Century. This is shown by the fact that he recognized 𝐿𝐞𝐽. His centuries of experience ensure his power is trained to the highest level. Saturn's devil fruit seems to be based on yokai in Japanese mythology, known as Ushi Oni. Given its abilities based on spirits and creatures from Japanese folklore, fans can be sure it's a mythical Zoan ability at the highest level, meaning he clearly ranks among the strongest in the world. Currently, the only person capable of challenging Saturn is Luffy. Their fight is a necessity for various reasons. Firstly, Saturn is the strongest enemy on the island, and Luffy always faces the strongest enemies alone. However, that's not the only narrative reason why he must fight him. The biggest reason Luffy has to confront Saturn is that Luffy is 𝐿𝐞𝐽, the warrior of liberation. In Bonnie's flashback, it's evident that she's waiting for a savior just like Kuma himself. Both can only be freed by 𝐿𝐞𝐽. Currently, Bonnie and Kuma are in grave danger, and the only person who can free them from Saturn's is 𝐿𝐿𝐞𝐽. Can Luffy defeat him? As the main character in this series, Oda will certainly find a way for Luffy to defeat Saturn. And if that happens, news of Saturn's defeat by Luffy will surely spread quickly worldwide, causing concern and nightmares for Luffy and his allies. This development triggers increasingly tumultuous situations globally. Other Yonko like Blackbeard won't stay silent once they learn of this news. Moreover, the world government will mobilize its forces and use any means necessary to stop Luffy. They are likely to portray Luffy as a significant threat, manipulating news reports through Morgan's newspaper. The kidnapping of Dr. Vegapunk, the defeat of a high-ranking world government official, and the Straw Hats evading capture by 100 or more warships could all make front-page news. They will try to label Luffy as a new major criminal, using the alleged murder of one of the world government officials. Essentially, the world government aims to ensnare Luffy, viewing him as a major threat after their failure to send Saturn and the Marines to capture him. The defamation created by the government against Luffy is supported by the fact that he is Dragon's son, the most wanted criminal in the world. The actions of the world government stem from their perception that Luffy has become a significant threat to their authority, especially after learning that Luffy has successfully awakened his devil fruit. It's only a matter of time before Luffy emerges and challenges them to a decisive confrontation, or even possibly succeeds in exposing and overthrowing the world government's power. The world government sees itself as a force for good, and labels anyone who opposes them as villains. With the spread of this news, the likelihood of a major war breaking out will soon become apparent.